SHUKC is entering the pit for an old-fashioned KCK rivalry. Schlagle and Wyandotte have been rivals for decades, and nothing gets the blood flowing like a basketball game between the Stallions and the Bulldogs. These two teams met last week at Shawnee Mission West, and Wyandotte was able to pull out an overtime victory. This game will feature two of the best guard combos in the city. Marquise Barnett of Schlagle has been hot for the Stallions, and Alvarez McCullough is ready to roll. They will match up with Theo Bass and Deontay Nunley, who will look to shut down the guards of Schlagle. Throw out the records on this one, guys. These two teams are about to get after it. So let's go. This is David Brox, and we're live here at the pit.
The pit, Wyandotte High School.
David Brox, Vernon Birmingham here. Wyandotte versus Schlagle. Throw the records out the book on this one because it's all about the rivalry. We know these two teams are going to come and play hard tonight.
Yeah, one of the most storied rivals in KCK. This rivalry goes back many, many years. We talked about earlier this week, one of those rivalries where you had to be here in the first quarter of the JV game to find a seat in this place. It's not like that anymore. However, like you said, throw the records out the book. Should be a good ball game.
We got a couple of good guard combos. These guys can shake it up a little bit. Start with Schlagle, McCullough, and Barnett looking to do something out front against these guards of Wyandotte.
Yeah, the guard matchup is what's going to be key this evening. You know, both teams have guards that are quick off the dribble, able to score points. So it's going to be key who's going to be able to handle the business on the defensive side of the ball this evening.
Schlagle's playing some young players as well. A couple of freshmen getting a start tonight. But we just saw Dion Wilson. He's suited up. We don't know if he's going to play or not. But talk about being a freshman in a game like this for the first time.
Well, I mean, like I said, a huge rivalry game. You know, they played last week. It's a different atmosphere, though. You're talking about playing here at the pit. So, you know, they're going to have to grow up quick, you know, in this storied rivalry.
So let's look over at Wyandotte. Again, maybe starting to turn things around a little bit. Did get that win against Wyandotte. Deontay Nunley didn't play in that game, in a game that they won. So talk about Deontay Nunley. Theo Bass leading this team in scoring at 17 points a game. Talk a little bit about those guards.
Yeah, two of the better guards in the metro area. You know, we've heard a lot about those guys this year. We know they can fill up the basket whenever they need to. The key thing is cut down on turnovers. You know, that's what they like to play fast-paced. You know, sometimes on the defensive end, they like to go into the zone, but on the offensive end, they have to stay in control, score buckets, cut down on turnovers.
Talk about Deontay Nunley. I know myself, I've made a big deal about that young man, how he has a full game of defense, offense, and can distribute to his team. Lead this team in assists. Maybe the one that can get a spark if he can stay on the floor and stay out of foul trouble.
Like you said, stand on the floor is the key. You know, he worked hard last summer on different aspects of his games, could probably still work a little bit on his shooting, which I'm sure he's going to do this offseason, but he's going to, you know, come in tonight. He's going to try to lead this team to a victory.
So the key for Wyandotte, too, we don't talk about them much, but the bigs, that's been the kind of the deficiency on this team. Talk a little bit about maybe just the atmosphere, then maybe being able to step up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just who's going to control the boards. You know, we know Wyandotte has a little bit more size than Schlagle. However, we know Schlagle has some guys that can get up a little bit. So the key is going to be who's going to be able to control the boards, who's going to box out, and who's going to be able to, like I said, getting the rebounds is going to be key to Wyandotte getting out and getting up the floor. Same with Schlagle. We know they like to run a little bit as well. So who controls the defensive boards is going to be key in this ball game.
So we're two Stallions. We got our guys coming up halftime, B. Watt and Moses Wyatt that'll come out. Coach Mo.
Well, you know, that's the thing. The Stallions know how to get here on time, and the Bulldogs just kind of come in here whenever they want. So, so hopefully that's a good sign for the Stallions tonight.
Absolutely. So this is David Brock, SHUKC's Game of the Week. We'll be right back with tip-off. Gorilla Exteriors is a professional services contractor. They are the only contender when it comes to roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and garage door installation or repair, whether it's from normal wear and tear or storm-related damage. Call Gorilla Exteriors today for an experienced professionals that will complete your project affordably, on time, and at the highest quality and cleanliness. Your property will look better than it did before the damage occurred. Call, text, or email Sean at 913-706-7157 or Sean@GorillaExteriors.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, 913-706-7157. David Brox here at Wyandotte High School, and we might have to get with her about talking on our national anthem. We might have to do some tryouts, Mr. Vernon Birmingham.
I don't feel like doing it this year, so we will have to outsource the national anthem. Walter Schublom Gymnasium in the pit.
Let's check out the starting lineups for tonight's game. We will start out with the 2-10 Schlagle Stallions, coached by Peyton Leslie, a former classmate of ours. He'll have a starting lineup of Marquise Barnett, Alvarez McCullough, Ladarius Brooks, Chris Connor, and Marcus Henderson. Two freshmen starting for Schlagle. Let's look at the Wyandotte Bulldogs. Coached by Marshall Draper, 4-9 on the season. The shooter, Kendall Dale, Theo Bass, Deontay Nunley, Robert Tatum, and Sexton Kirby round out the lineup. All juniors on this team, no seniors on the Wyandotte squad, but a lot of experience because they've been starting over the last few years.
Yeah, you would even think this part in their careers it might be a little bit further along as far as cohesiveness. So we'll see second part of the season here, they're able to turn that around and get things on track.
Again, one of the oldest rivalries in the city as we wait for the Wyandotte Bulldogs.
You know, it's an old rivalry when the band still plays the old Boys in the Hood.
What do you expect? We're going to have a lot of pace, or are we going to try and slow it down with the zone, or what are you expecting here tonight, Vernon?
Early on, I expect to see a lot of up and down. You know, both teams trying to get out and going. Speed on both sides, especially in the backcourt. So I expect to see this, early on, the pace to be up and going, which means we'll probably see some substitutions early. Some guys getting winded, per se, so we'll see here. A lot of colors going on out here on the court.
We'll have to just focus on the foul trouble on both sides, too. Can these players that play aggressive defense get up in each other's face and get out of this game, especially the key players? Alvarez McCullough a couple of games ago was in foul trouble as well. They need him to be strong here tonight in the backcourt. Again, Wyandotte won against Schlagle at Shawnee Mission West, but that was without Deontay Nunley, so we'll have to see how big of an impact he would have being in the lineup this time.
Our officials for this rivalry game here in KCK, we have Mark Plant, Jeff Zandy, Joe Ulrich.
Brooks set to jump against Tatum. Tip is tipped out of bounds over in our direction here. The white ball. The Schlagle will get. I don't know how that possession will work there on the tip out. So since he hit it out, is that going to be?
Yeah, they called it out on Wyandotte on the tip. So
the alternate possession will be with pointing towards Wyandotte's direction. The Schlagle gets started here. Man-to-man defense from Wyandotte. New look, very aggressive, and there we go. Ticky-tack out front.
Yeah, early foul, 30 feet away from the basket on Kirby.
Henderson set to check it in. Talking a little bit on the sideline. Inbounds to Barnett, captain of this team.
The flex offense here for the Stallions.
McCullough into the lane, up, can't finish. Rebounded by the Bulldogs, who look to run the other way. They'll reset out top.
Stallions also will be in the man-to-man defense. Again, another cheap one down in the paint. Foul call number 22 for Darius Brooks. So it looks like early on the officials going to call any hands on the body.
Well, both of those have been 2 hands on it. Nunley right underneath gets a cheap basket.
Too easy.
Barnett bringing it the other way. Again, you'll see some very good ball handling from both of these combinations of guards. McCullough take the screen. Reset back out top.
Again, another Stallion gets into the paint, not able to get anything going.
Kendall Dell will move into the front court. Bass all the way to the basket. Big collision underneath.
And right away, second foul
on
Brooks. So we just talked about the pace. We see who'll get in foul trouble, who'll get tired, and right away Brooks is headed to the sideline. But Wilson, the senior, will enter the ball game.
Deion Wilson in the lineup. We talked about him earlier. Takes the place of the freshman Kendall Dell, open for 3. Short, falling away into the sideline. And Barnett will come back the other way. McCullough, pull-up, jump shot, no good. There quickly, Deion Wilson on the glass, but loses it out of bounds, and we'll go back to Wyandotte.
That's one thing we know Wilson's able to do is do damage on the board. So early presence, soon he gets in the game, he's able to get an offensive rebound.
Nunley all the way into the lane, loses it off his leg. We'll head back to Schlagle, turnover.
See if any of these teams able to get anything going in their half-court offense.
Barnett working against Nunley still. Wyandotte in the man-to-man. We've talked a lot about them playing zone. Nice floater in the lane by McCullough.
Well, he does a good job of McCullough pulling up. He didn't go too far down to the paint like he did on that first possession. He was able to make a nice floater.
Out top, another whistle.
Reach by McCullough. That's just, not moving his feet, letting him get behind. Letting him get by him and going for the reach from behind. Can't get away with that as much as he used to do 10 years ago.
So 3 early fouls on Schlagle. Again, with so much youth being played, you got to imagine they're not very deep on that bench. So foul trouble could be a big issue. Drop down low. Tatum can't handle the pass. Barnett all the way to the basket, up and good. Nice aggressive move by Barnett.
Yeah, good job there by Barnett. Good change of direction there on the break.
Nunley to answer right back is short. Rebound. Tatum back up, and he's going to get fouled. Look like it'll be Wilson. 2 shots coming up for the Bulldogs.
Good job there by Tatum, able to get inside position.
See both teams looking to get up and down the court. Tatum at the free throw line. Good on the first one.
It's almost as important. We're 3 minutes into this ball game, and Schlagle has 4 team fouls.
Tatum's second free throw coming. Shot is up and off rim. Good rebound by Schlagle as Deion Wilson looks to push the other way. No numbers. Kick all over the place, and then we'll go back to Wyandotte.
Well, it's just really nowhere to go with that. Opportunity there to pull that back out and try to see if they can get into their half-court offense. But instead, another turnover by the Stallions.
Nunley working into the front court. Against Barnett. Tatum into the lane. Nice move up. Can't finish, though. Rebound, Wilson. A jump ball call underneath. And it'll stay with Wyandotte.
Good job by Tatum finding his way into there. Not only that, but on the miss, he was able to be first jumper to get his hand on that potential rebound. They got away with a walk the first time, and they got it on the second one.
Kendall
By
Dale. Shooter gets called for a trick. You see a familiar name from football, Mr. Terry Hunter. Defensive back for the Schlagle Stallions this year. Into the lineup now. Drops it to McCullough. Barnett now working over McCullough. Takes a bump. Pull-up jump shot is good.
Good shot, but they definitely got to call that foul. He's looking for it. So that was a bump that kind of threw him off his drive. At the same time, you don't need to be complaining about it going down the court.
Pull-up jumper is long. Rebound, Terry Hunter. Looking to push the other way. Good pass down the middle. Shot is up. Almost able to finish. Henderson on the miss, and he'll go to the free throw line. Check that, it'll be Shelton. Ball checked in. Out of bounds will stay with Schlagle. Barnett will check, send it in to Hunter. Call now flex, old school play. Barnett driving baseline. Reverse floater is good. And you see the creativity of these players too that can get to the basket. Put it up to finish. Sometimes it looks fantastic, but situations like that, it looks real good as Theo Bass gets into the lane. Up and good. A lot of contact, no call, but Bass able to finish. Wilson turns, faces Tatum. Up, blocked, but he's going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, good strong move there on the baseline.
Deion Wilson at the line. Free throw up and good.
A ball game like this, you want to take advantage of all opportunities. That means knocking it down at the free throw line.
Wilson second on the way. Long. Missed both of them. Nunley. Good move underneath. Drops it off to Tatum, who turns down the open shot to Bass. No good. Rebound coming the other way for Schlagle. McCullough out top now against Nunley, who will look to answer. Three-pointer on the way is short. Bass claims and pushes the other way. Bass now atop Nunley. Working in the lane, got caught with a carry there.
Almost got away with it.
A little bit indecisive. Number 12, a check in for the Stallions, Jamal Williams. Small lineup here for Schlagle.
Well, Wyandotte's going to try to go with a little pressure. Coach Leslie calls a timeout to get them set up.
We'll take the timeout with him. This is David Brock, SHUKC's Game of the Week. We'll be right back. We're back, Wyandotte High School, 8-5, late here in the first quarter. What are you seeing so far, Vernon?
Trying to think.
Are you speechless?
I'm speechless right now. I'm really trying to think what's going on. You know, right now we've seen McCullough able to do a couple things on the dribble drive.
Wyandotte now setting up some pressure. That'll be the second on Kirby. He's going to have to go have a seat.
Again,
unless he's going to play him with 2.
Not adjusting to the rules quite yet. That's his 3rd foul.
He's staying in the game.
There's no rush to get him out.
Bad pass underneath, pressure. Works 4 on 2. And good recovery there as Tatum gets it underneath. Blocked. Sloppy play underneath. You get a 4-on-1 break and can't finish. 4-on-2.
Yeah, good job by the Stallions not giving up down there. Someone was able to get a block as Kirby was going up. But we'll see. Looks like they're going to continue to keep
Mr. Kirby in with 3 fouls.
Kirby in with 3.
Sloppy play in the corner there by Henderson. Bad pass, but they will retain possession.
Well, this is right where we might see a little bit of the youth coming to play with trying to beat this pressure defense.
Nunley with a steal. Kicks it back out to Bass. Kendall Dell for 3. Good. Deion Wilson looking to push. Turnover again. Kirby has it. Into the corner for Nunley for 3. Short. Barnett clears the rebound. Moving the other way. Trying to go 3-on-1. There's another steal by Tatum. Tatum a little greedy there. Had Nunley underneath the basket. Wide open.
Right now, the Stallions just really careless with the basketball. Lazy passes, not coming to the pass. See back-to-back steals there by Wyandotte with opportunity to get points here. And we talked about the youth in the backcourt. We see, a freshman back there not coming towards the pass earlier. We'll see McCullough re-enter the ball game.
Tatum at the line. Second trip to the line here tonight. Makes this one. And for as sloppy as Schlagle's played to only be down 2, or is it really 1? It is 1.
Well, the key right now is Wyandotte hasn't been able to do much at all in the half court.
They've got a lot of fast break opportunities, but not getting many buckets off of it.
Yeah, and at the same time, we've seen Schlagle not give up when those opportunities were there for the Bulldogs.
Second free throw is good.
See another lazy one-hand pass.
Another steal. Nunley claims Dale for 3 again. No good. A lot of whistles here in the first quarter. That'll be our 10th foul here in the first quarter. 5-5 between the 2 teams now. Will be on the ground, and Schlagle will keep the ball and trigger in underneath as number 11 checks into the ball game with Darius Jennings.
We'll try to get another ball handler out there to see if they're able to beat this press.
Barnett. Good job there by the Stallions. Wilson up, can't finish. He'll go back to the free throw line.
And that's the key there. They was able to beat that because they didn't just sit there and hold the ball against the pressure. They was able to swing it, get the ball, semi into the middle and get a 2-on-1 break there.
Wilson for 2. Missed the first 2 opportunities he had. Third is off. We had Mr. Wilson on the radio show a few weeks back, early in the season. Brother of the big man from Washington, Mr. Dominique Wilson.
I'm not certain. I just knew when he was there, we told him to make sure to get in there and work on them free throws. Right now, he's 0 for 3 early on.
Some discussion out front.
Zandy and Ehrlich have a little conversation.
Not a lot of chatter from each one of these coaches now as Coach Leslie and Coach Draper come to the scorer's table.
So maybe a number issue in the book.
Looks like they got it worked out now. Maybe 30 ain't in the book or something. going to be a technical foul, it appears. It's very rare you see situations like that.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times this year, but it's something that should never happen. Normally you have an assistant coach check the book before the game, as well as the head coach. Wilson finally knocks down free throw.
Wilson trying to stay up there for them technicals. He's like,
he's
McCullough was like, nah, come here.
He wants a heat check from the free throw line.
He wants to talk to coach about it, too. He's like, I'm hot. McCullough will go to the line for 2 for the technical. Gets it to crawl in.
McCullough having a strong first quarter for the Stallions.
Second on the way. Nice looking free throw. Schlagle will retain possession as well with a lead. For number 30, he wasn't in the book, but we'll make sure we mention his name here. My guy isn't even on the program. Number 30, as McCullough pulls a 3. Bounces up high.
30 coming in, snatching boards, though.
I see why they wanted him in the ball game. High riser.
I think I saw him play a little bit in the JV game prior to this one. See if we can get a name for this young man, or we'll just make up one for him.
Nunley rocking the pink Nikes as he coming into the front court. Bass handling the point guard duties. Kirby still in the game with 3 fouls. Nunley now against McCullough.
McCullough pushing him out quite a bit away from the basket. So that's
called a block.
Got the block call there. That one can kind of go anyway. I thought he might have been there, but that's a 50-50 call there. Good job by Wilson, though, stepping out there.
We are not out of the first quarter, and that is our 13th call, and Wyandotte now will be in the penalty, 1-1. Well, not Wyandotte, but Schlagle picks up their 7th foul, and Nunley will go to the line for 1-1. First is good.
Deontay Nunley with his 3rd point here of the ball game.
Got the stat sheet today from Mr. Draper. Coach and saw that Theo Bass averaging 17 points a ball game as Nunley knocks down the 2nd free throw. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Another turnover by the Stallions.
Another turnover by the Bulldogs.
Maybe Kendall Dell might have been holding on to that 3-point line instead of getting after the ball a little bit there.
Getting that Ray Allen set up in the corner.
They stay under pressure.
So you got to swing the ball. If you're the Stallions, get in the middle and go.
Good pass by Hunter into the front court. Block by our guy, number 30, as Nunley goes into the bench.
He's going to go back to the free throw line. Coach, one of the assistant coaches is telling Mr. Williams there, when you get down there, go ahead, just jump stop and use that pump fake to try to draw that foul.
.49 seconds left. Nunley for another 1-1. He's off this time. Empty possession here. Barnett drops it to Hunter. McCullough.
So Stallions going to hold it here for the last shot of the quarter.
Actually, a little refreshing to see some clock management out front. You got down 1. Hunter. Floater is no good. Rebound. Snatched away, but claimed it'll stay with Wyandotte. Number 30 again on the glass.
No, good cut there by Hunter. After he gave it the pass, tried to do a little floater there and kind of missed it.
We'll come back the other way. Nunley working against McCullough.
McCullough continues to do a good job to force out. Nunley probably a little further back than he wants to get started.
Theo Bass working through the double out top. Good hands by Barnett. Kirby. Shot is going to be off. Tip back up. Number 30 doesn't have a name right now, but we have to go check him out and find out what his name is. This is David Brooks with SHUKC's Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Crossover Intelligence is a service for coaches and athletes that allows you to upload your team's game film, have it broken down, and return to you in a format that lets you search, sort, and share all that information with your team and staff. Crossover will even automatically extract stats from the footage, giving you valuable analytics for your squad. We'll basically be your video coordinator. We aren't another one of those complex editing suites that makes you do all the work yourself. We do everything for you, so you can focus on actually coaching. All of your team's players get access to the site too, so they can view their tagged videos and use them as a learning tool, or make highlight reels for friends, family, and recruiters. Crossover Intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
David Brock's back. Wyandotte High School started the second quarter. We have to see if they can cut these fouls down. Mr. Kendall Dale right here next to the broadcast table. Mr. Dennis Murphy here tonight with Mark Snyder, Luciano, and Louis Fasani on the cameras. We appreciate everybody coming out as Nunley takes it in the backcourt, moving into the front court against McCullough. Bass quiet so far. As we find out number 30's name is Jalen Bradley with a couple of boards and a tip in there at the end of the quarter. Me and Vernon might have a little bit of a disagreement on who got that tip, but we'll have to see later.
Yeah, we'll find out at the half. I thought it might have been Bass. You thought it was Bradley. I'm going to give it to Bass because Bradley wasn't on the program.
All the way, nice break of the press for the first time for Schlagle.
A good seal off there by number 11 for the Stallions as well.
Jamal Williams on the finish as Bass drops it back out to Nunley. McCullough hyped up now. Good matchup here. Samuel Rourke out front. First time we get a look at Marquise Hall, too, for Wyandotte.
I'll tell you what, McCullough's doing a pretty good.
Hunter using those safety skills all the way to the basket, up and in, and Schlagle takes the lead. Theo Bass, Cookies out front. 3-on-2 the other way for Schlagle. Out of control is Mr.
If you can't handle the peel, it might need to give it up a little quicker.
Kendall Dale on the floor. We'll have a tie-up, and the ball will stay with the Schlagle Stallions.
Yeah, 3-on-1 break there. And you get nothing but dribbling the ball off your foot into the corner.
Good number 32 checking into the ball game. Dominique Sanders.
See Wyandotte now go into their zone. They love to play.
McCullough drives to the
nice
basket.
Nice drive by McCullough. Nice use of the left hand. Kiss off the glass.
Nunley comes back the other way. Now is McCullough getting a little swag in his game now out front.
The one thing I like about McCullough early on, he's playing defense.
All the way to the basket. Nunley can't finish, but Tatum is there. And one for the Wyandotte big man.
Tatum doing a good job of getting good position in there, sealing his guy off. And first jumper is able to get the ball and go back up strong.
He'll go back to the free throw line. This is his 5th trip here so far here early in this ball game. Doing work underneath.
He probably didn't even feel that foul right there due to his strength.
Shot is up and good. We got a ball game here, Todd. Now it's 17. We got a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with him. This is David Brock, SHUKC's Game of the Week. We'll be right back. This is David Brock's back at Wyandotte High School, coming out of the timeout. It will be Schlagle ball as Wyandotte sets that pressure up.
And the key here is going to be once the ball gets to the corner, just swinging it back around. What should happen, whether it's swinging it around, one of those guys there on the inside should be kind of going up the court, kind of in that half of the court, see if they can find them going up the court.
All 5 Bulldogs in the backcourt, so if they can swing the ball.
So they swing it, they got it right there. That's a basic old Coach Minor press breaker.
Able to finish is Sanders. Nunley now working against Hunter. Tatum in the corner. Good cross by Dell in the lane, up, no good, but he will go to the free throw line. 2 shots coming here for Kendall Dell.
Poor recognition on whoever was holding Tatum. When you have him that far away from the basket, no reason at all to press up as close as they did. And by them doing that, he was able to go around and find another guy going to the basket because his guy had to help. So the Stallions need to do a little bit better job there on defensive recognition.
So that is the 10th team foul. Kendall Dell will go to the line for 2. They'll be shooting free throws here for the last 5:51 of this half as he misses the first one.
By the time we get out of here tonight, the ice may be dethroned.
A little bit of weather coming through Kansas City. As McCullough looks to break the press on the dribble. Good pass cross court now, and you got the advantage the other way. Turnover. Coming the other way for Wyandotte. Drops it to Tatum. He loses it, and he's on the line. It'll be a turnover.
Good hands there by McCullough. But again, Schlagle's making this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. They did a good job that first time, swinging it and finding, that guy on the, right now at the elbow. You're just looking for him to get up the court and try to see if you can find him going towards the basket.
Jennings
he got called for a travel. He can't move there on the inbounds. It wasn't a scored basket, so they called him there with the out-of-bounds travel that we rarely see.
Dale triggers in out top to Nunley. Good cross in the lane. Accepts the contact. Call for a travel.
They caught him with the travel. Hunter got away with the bump, so we saw him calling a lot tighter, first quarter.
Tough pass handled by McCullough, who moves into the front court. Into the corner, 3 on the way. Good. Jamal Williams with another bucket here in the second quarter. Extends the lead for Schlagle. Nunley blocked from behind. Jennings and Schlagle getting a little run going here as they'll go back the other way and shoot free throws.
Want to give props to anybody who brings back the high top, blonde bleach, flat top.
Everything is cyclical. The high tops came back. When is Bell Bottoms going to make their return?
Just needs a big gold chain to go with it. He'd be the man.
I'm trying to bring back matching sweatsuits.
That's not coming back, my partner.
First free throw is good. Dominique Sanders. Second on the way as the youngsters misses the second free throw. Nunley snatches the board. Come back the other way. Wyandotte without a bucket for a few minutes now. Rourke.
Stallions doing a good job. Defense out on the perimeter.
Dell for 3. Short. Up tall for the rebound. Wyandotte can't clear. Up ahead. Open is McCullough. Left-hand layup is good as Schlagle extends the lead.
McCullough sneaking out, or what we used to call back in the day, cherry picking.
Theo Bass now out top against Hunter. In the lane. Floater is up, no good. Rebound snatched away from Hunter. We're coming the other way. 4 on 2. McCullough pull-up jumper is no good. But Hunter's there. Can't finish. Jump ball underneath. And we'll go back to Wyandotte.
No, that's not a bad decision there on the pull-up. McCullough, knowing he had numbers down there for the rebound. You know, Hunter wishes he could probably have that back. Good position there for a tip opportunity. Wasn't able to put it down. Could have tipped this lead up to 9.
Rourke set the trigger in to Bass. Wyandotte needs a bucket here at home. Right into the lane, kick out. Dale turns down the 3 this time, goes up. A lot of contact, but they stay here.
No opportunity for somebody to step in there and take a charge. So Schlagle's doing a good job on the perimeter, but a couple times you see Wyandotte is able to get by and get into the paint.
Cross court, Theo Bass travels.
We see more traveling in the games that we do.
It's not just at this level, too. I watch a lot at college. They do the same thing, moving before they had the ball. Press set up, tipped away, still. Kendall Dale can't claim it. Got tripped, but still a lot of contact again without a foul. But you can't call everything or we'll never leave.
Another kind of careless pass there against the pressure.
Wyandotte comes cross court. Tatum kicks back out. Rourke for 3. Lefty. Good.
Top of the key for 2.
Nice stroke.
Had a toe on the line.
Knocked out of bounds by Nunley. Pressure defense. This press is working for Wyandotte, but it's kind of feast or famine. They get a steal or give up a layup on the opposite side. Again, very aggressive. All 5 Wyandotte players in the front court. Timeout call by Schlagle. This is David Brox alongside Mr. Vernon Birmingham. Let's get our sponsors here. Gorilla Exteriors, our title sponsors this week is Gorilla Exteriors. Crossover, get your game brain on. LGF Electronics, home theater customization, Mr. Louis Fasani. SHUKC of Kansas City. Harper's Helpers. Our mission is to improve the emotional, physical, and the SHUKC All-Star game, Vernon. Getting hyped now.
Thinking about entering the dunk contest.
We're going to lower the rims down to 6 foot.
No one said anything about lowering the rims. I'm feeling a little spring on my legs these days.
No, I think we might have to come down to Nerf size, door size rims for Mr. Birmingham to get in the dunk contest.
Why so much hate, Mr. Brock?
Do you have the creativity to be able to be in the dunk contest?
At my size, you're able to put it down one time, that should win it. So don't need any creativity.
We are back, set. Schlagle triggers in, press set up by Wyandotte. Still
Cookies.
Tatum. Give me those. Underneath now, Wyandotte with a little bit of a run trying to get back in this game.
Numbers.
Good pass.
Ooh,
Oh!
Mr. Tatum.
Get out of here, son. Good block by Tatum. Soaring through. Good game so far by Tatum here in this first half. McCullough.
That might make the SHUKC top 10. That way with a walk.
Pull up jump shots, no good. Nunley clears now, coming the other way down 3. Looking to push. Tatum drops it to Bass in the corner who fumbles.
You see Schlagle playing a little bit of a
Boxing one.
man-to-man. I thought he was playing a little bit of zone.
Tatum catches out front. Head fake. Drops it to Bass. Goes baseline up. Is able
Good
to
move
finish.
by Bass. 6 points now.
Nunley. Quick pass underneath. Drops it to Dale. Blows the bunny underneath. And it'll stay with Schlagle.
No, Schlagle is very careless right now against the press defense. Sounded like a broken record, but by now they should have it down. You can't throw it that soft.
A lot of contact. Hunter able to claim underneath, up and good.
Hunter's also having a strong ball game, both the offense And defensive end.
Coming off an ankle injury against the Lansing Lions in the football. Biggest win of the season for the Schlagle football team up there at Lansing, but now he's out here on the basketball court having a good first half.
That's good recognition there by Nunley. You know, Saul Tatum had good position down there and fed him. You know, we don't see that often enough probably at the high school level, but good, smart recognition there by the junior leader.
Tatum now at the line.
Especially knowing the foul situation, knowing any reach, any body is going to get to the free throw line. So good job there by Nunley. Good job there by Tatum. Recognize that he had the size advantage down there in the paint.
Tatum. First is no good. He'll be having himself a ball game if he knocked these free throws down.
Yeah, he's missed a few. Still, he's sitting on 8 points, 9 points, 8 points in this ball game.
Second free throw coming for Tatum. No good. Kind of lost form, 10 seconds at the line. I don't know if that's even still a rule as Wyandotte steals again. Dale underneath can't finish. Tatum can't finish. Tatum again can't finish.
Going to finally get over the call back there. You know, Wyandotte has the size advantage, so for Schlagle, it's just about getting the body on somebody. Coach Leslie's kind of talking to McCullough, get down there and get in the mix. You know, on the rebounds, it's going to take all 5 Stallions down there in the paint to get boards right now.
3 point blank attempts for Wyandotte at the rim, who can't finish.
Now both teams shooting 2.
We're well over 20 fouls now here in the half. Free throw is good. Very refreshing to see the charity stripe getting taken advantage of. The sophomore Ladarius Jennings. Gets a second attempt. No good. Rebound, though, by Schlagle. Travel, or no, they call it a jump ball, and it'll stay with Schlagle. Another young one, looks like, number 25, Chris Connor, started the ball game for Schlagle.
Needs to be a little bit stronger there on the rebound.
As Wyandotte, for the first time, sets up in that 2-3 zone, more like a 2-1-2 look. Long pass, playing. Another blocking foul. Jamal Williams had a good second quarter here, going to the line, looking to extend.
Had 5 points in the quarter. Knocked down a big 3 earlier.
Young man can knock down the free throws, too.
Anybody who can knock down free throws want to get some airtime, want to get their name shouted out a few times on the SHUKC Game of the Week, a lost art.
Second free throw is short. Rebound claimed by Hall.
Take back everything I just said about free throws.
Nunley. Pull up. Elbow. Little long. Rebound. I like the way Jennings snatched that rebound, got in position.
Nice.
Good move. Step through, blocked from behind, though, by Hall.
A nice step through by Williams.
And you're not going to believe this, Vernon, but another foul is called.
Giving away fouls around here. Anybody can get one.
We might be going deep into the benches here tonight.
I think our man Mark Snyder just got called for a foul.
Short on the free throw. Chris Connor. Stay in there, son. That's one of the biggest things I see time and time again. People walking off from those jump shots and free throws. Finish it all the way through. Shot is no good. Hall claims the rebound, and Nunley now looking to move the other way. Winding down here in the first half. Schlagle answers with a zone of their own. Call for a travel. Number 14.
Yeah, it just came in the game.
Todd Kennedy, Jr. McCullough turns quickly, gets into the front court. All the way to the basket, can't finish. No foul called. Amazingly, Kendall Dell looking to run it down in the corner. Able to. Kennedy up and good.
Good job by Kennedy, but not only giving up the ball, but continue to follow it.
McCullough, timeout. Coach Leslie will get a 20-second timeout.
Yes, I just, don't get why at times Schlagle patiently goes against the press the way they should, and sometimes they just try to get in a hurry to get up the court. And when we see that, we see turnover. So good timeout there by Coach Leslie, because that was probably a turnover in the making.
Seen a couple of times now they've tried to actually dribble through the press. You surprised to see so many of the Wyandotte players in the front court and leave you vulnerable on the backside?
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to do it, we see McCullough do it a couple of times at the sideline, but you have to get it and go. Be decisive. And again, not sit there and wait for the trap to come. If you're going to get it, go with it so you see the gap. And that's what we see McCullough do a couple of times. But you can't run back to the middle and expect to do the same thing, which they try to do there. And Coach Leslie called the timeout probably right before a turnover was happening.
Jennings set to trigger it in to Sanders. Wyandotte sets up the pressure again. Look like they could do this from any area of the court. McCullough's got it now. Pull up. No good.
Poor shot there by McCullough.
Nunley up ahead to Dale. Kennedy underneath. And one. Gets the bucket.
And because of that poor shot, we see a long rebound, 2-on-1 break, and one opportunity now. Opportunity for Wyandotte to potentially tie this game. So because of the poor shot, there was nobody, rotating back deep. And Wyandotte took advantage of that and was able to get a break.
Kennedy now at the line looking to finish off the three-point play and tie this ball game up here with 42 seconds remaining in the half. No good. Tip back up and in. I don't know if it was Nunley or Dale.
We'll get at the Nunley.
McCullough again pushing into the front court. Another foul. I think McCullough appreciated that very much. Get a couple of raspberries off that one. McCullough go to the line now. Quietly, Wyandotte is taking the lead after being down by as many as 7 or 8.
Short held lead as McCullough knocks down the free throw to tie it back up.
Second free throw on the way. Looking to break the tie. No good. Again, walking away from the free throw. Offensive rebound shot up and no good by Jennings.
Again, that's a poor recognition by Jennings. Pull that ball out and try to get the last shot of the half instead of just forcing it back up quick.
Nunley quick to the basket. Three-point play opportunity as Nunley finishes.
So we see the difference there. Instead of pulling it back out and holding it for the last shot, we go to the other end and Nunley goes to the basket, able to get a three-point opportunity there. So that shouldn't happen if Jennings just held to the ball, got it back out front, and held it for the last shot of the quarter.
8 points now for Nunley as he goes to the line looking for his ninth. Free throw on the way is good. 3-point lead now for Wyandotte. Schlagle likely to try and hold for that last shot. Wyandotte set up in the zone. Screen out front, McCullough for three. No good, short. Shot on the way up, no good. Not in time, and we're at the half. 33-30, Wyandotte leads. This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back with Coach Mo and B. Watson.
Good evening, and we're here on the Donald E. Upson Court at the Pit, Wyandotte High School in Kansas City, Kansas, for a matchup between Schlagle High School and Wyandotte High School. Now we're here on SHUKC's basketball game of the week, broadcasted on this TV. I'm Coach Mo. This is B. Watson. B, it was a tough one. I think this is kind of like the turnover classic. With so many turnovers in the first half, 12 for Wyandotte, 14 for Schlagle.
That's ridiculous. That's all I can say. I don't want the ball. You don't want the ball? Somebody got to want the ball.
Somebody has got to want the ball. Now, before I get started, I got to talk about something that happened on the radio show.
Okay.
Me and Vernon got a small agreement who wins the game.
Right.
When Wyandotte wins, Vernon's got to wear a Wyandotte shirt on air.
Do they make them that size?
I don't know. We're going to get him a towel.
Okay.
We'll get him a towel to put
Spray
on.
paint it.
Spray paint on. There we go. B, let's talk a little bit about the first half. Even though we know it's a lot of turnovers.
Right.
What was the key for Wyandotte coming back?
Wyandotte's key was basically this: settling down, getting the ball in the paint where they needed to get the ball in, taking smarter shots, driving the ball to the hole, getting layups. The jumper wasn't falling, so they decided, I got to drive. I got to get in the car and drive, and that's what brought them back in this game, along with free throws.
That's right. They were 8 for 14 in free throws in the first half.
Correct.
I think the other key for Wyandotte is they want to speed the game up with the press, but they don't want to speed it up on offense.
Right.
They want to move that ball around and make Schlagle play some defense.
Right.
Schlagle is playing with a lot of JV players or a lot of players that haven't touched the floor. I think moving the ball around and finding where the mismatch is would be the key for them. And I think Dale needs to have the ball in his hands just a little more,
right,
and not be just a perimeter shooter.
Correct.
He's very aggressive. He needs to go back to like when he was in middle school and attacking the rim then shooting the jumper.
Right. We got to get Theo. We got to get Theo
Bass.
His shot. We got to get his shot going. That'll open up that Schlagle defense a lot.
I think Robert Tatum did a good job in the first half.
Right.
Commanding presence.
Right.
He shot about, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was about 6 free throws that he shot. So he put a lot of pressure, a couple and ones, a few baskets. I think that's the pressure. Now, on the other end, Alvarez McCullough, leading scorer for Schlagle with 11 points. Alvarez has taken several shots, but I think he has to do that for his team.
Right.
But what I also think is they need one more to step up. Deion Wilson got in foul trouble. Didn't start, was in foul trouble. But I think the key is Marquise Barnett. He's been electrifying with his defense, handling the ball, and being able to control the tempo of the game. I think that's a key for them as well. Now, let's talk about this. We got to talk about number 14, Todd Kennedy for Wyandotte. Todd Kennedy, a JV player that came in, and he played some of the best fundamental basketball that I've seen all night. He had one play where he got defensive rebound, outlet the ball, sprinted the floor, got it back, and then made a layup.
How often do you see that?
You don't see that very often.
Not at all.
We haven't seen it tonight, but when he got in the game. The other thing is we've seen him sprint the floor and get an and one.
Correct.
All right. Now, predictions. Who wins? Do I have to ask?
I'm going with the hometown team.
Going with the hometown team. I want them to get a picture of the back of the brochure where it says, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. All right. Stallions are early because they had to get permission to get in the house. All right. Now, we'll see you after the game. We'll send it back to David and Vernon.
David Brock's back, Wyandotte High School, set for the second half. Might have seen there might have been some shenanigans there by Mr. Moses and B. Watson.
See, I try not to do the shenanigans. I'm a trained professional.
Nunley. I'm just upset our plan didn't materialize.
That's all right. Well, there'll be further opportunities. Tatum, where we left off at the first half.
Barnett up ahead. McCullough knocked away. Wyandotte with another turnover. Nunley. No good. Wilson comes cross court.
Number
2-on-1 right now. Up, can't finish, but tipped right back in.
Mr. Brooks, had to go out early in the first quarter with foul trouble, so his presence in the paint on the boards.
Deion Wilson here starting the second half. Tatum.
Nice move by Tatum.
It easily has to be Mr. Tatum's best game of the year so far. Bad pass, turnover. Wyandotte floater, no good. Tipped. We'll say off the head of a Wyandotte player and go back to Schlagle. Baser Linwood, one of the few games going on, wins by 11 against DeSoto. 68-57. As Terry Hunter triggers it in.
3-on-2.
Floater by McCullough's good. Bass coming the other way now. Working against Barnett. Tatum turns down to 3. Drops it down to Nunley, who can't get his feet underneath and misses the layup. McCullough. Lefty floater. Good board by Wilson. Can't finish though. Brooks underneath. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, having Wilson and Brooks at the game at the same time might give Schlagle opportunity to do something on the offensive boards. Well, you know, we see in this game, especially for the Stallions, they love to just dribble through like traffic. You know, not patient enough just to hold the ball, wait for it to clear out. McCullough was able to get down there and save the ball that was going to go out of bounds. But, you know, Schlagle just need to take a step back and be patient.
First free throw on the way is no good. Second coming for Brooks. Short, misses both of them.
A lot of missed free throws in this ball game.
Nunley pushes up front to Bass. Bass, nice move, can't finish though. Board claimed by Wilson.
There we go.
Again, comes out dribbling, but is able to get it to a guard.
Nice move.
Step through, Barnett. Very nice finish.
Nice step through move. Right hand, left side the basket.
Bass into the middle. Tatum being aggressive to the basket. He's going to get a block.
A little body check there by Mr. Hunter. And they're going to call it a 2-shot foul, not on the floor.
Wow. A little bit of continuation. Tatum's lived at the line today. Hadn't knocked many of them down. Shit, that shot is good. Gets that one to go. We have to be talking about who we might be talking to after the game. Tatum's up
13 points in this
making a
ball
name
game
for
now
himself.
Tatum.
14.
13. Hit some free throws. It could be at 16, 17.
No good on the second, but in the lane a little early. He'll get another opportunity to knock down that free throw. I got to be honest, I hate that rule about having it come off the rim. I don't even know what the intention of that would be.
Probably clean up a little bit down in the paint. That's the only thing I can think of.
Tatum takes advantage of the second opportunity in the lane violation by Schlagle and knocks down a free throw. Big swings here in this game now as Wyandotte's up 3 after trailing by 8 in the second quarter.
Wyandotte opens up in their zone.
Brooks can't handle.
A good look there by Hunter. You got to be able to handle that if you're Brooks.
Nunley, good pass to Tatum. Underneath, finishes.
Nice look there by Nunley. Nice finish by Mr. Tatum.
McCullough. Brooks underneath. Good quarter here from Brooks.
Yeah,
as you said, in foul trouble in that first half, but he's done some good things here.
Well, you know, what they're getting a little bit is a little, you know, post presence down there. You know, see, they can get the ball down there and continue to draw some fouls, but, you know, that's something they haven't had in this game. Tatum's done that on the other side of the ball, you know, having some post presence. So, but the free throw line continues to be the struggle.
First free throw is missed.
See what his form looks like. See if he's even bending his legs at all. Getting under himself to get the ball up there. That one was way short.
Second on the way. Good looking shot there. Check in for Brooks here. He'll go to the bench after a good couple of minutes there for Coach Leslie.
Yeah, did good job on the boards. Should be an interesting matchup now in the paint.
Big block. Wilson goes body with Bass, but he's going to get called for the foul. Will likely be his third. He had a couple in the first half. That is 3 on Wilson. Bass will go to the free throw line. Theo Bass, 17 and a half a game.
Kind of quiet here tonight for the Bulldogs. 6 quiet points in the first half. First point here in the second half.
Wyandotte now. Second free throw is good, extending the lead. Dominique Sanders a check in for Wilson. Those 3 fouls. Wyandotte now coming out of the press. Haven't set it up so far here in the second half.
Yeah, they've gone to the zone here in the second half.
Got a lead now, maybe looking to wear him down a little bit. McCullough underneath. Good left hand. Seen that a lot from the Schlagle players, able to use that offhand. Nunley and McCullough. Tatum. Good move underneath. Gets the ball stripped away. Knocked out of bounds, though. It'll stay with Wyandotte.
Yeah, you have to like Tatum here in this ball game. They're doing a good job of not only posting up, getting looks down there, but he's not afraid to face the basket a little bit to show a first step.
Bad pass, cross-court turnover.
But right now, if you're Wyandotte, continue to look for Tatum. He's doing some damage right there. There's nobody on the court right now, size advantage-wise, who can kind of
stay with Schlagle. McCullough handed the ball to Tatum, and Tatum handed it right back. Maybe letting a little bit go there. McCullough getting a smile. Trap in the corner. Body on Mr. Dale.
See what Schlagle's going to be able to do here against the zone of Wyandotte. We saw McCullough shoot down the lane earlier for a left-hand layup, so let's see if they can find it open again. Looks like
Barnett can't dribble against the zone. Although they work their way in, Bass goes around the back, 2-on-1 now. Barnett's going to get called for a foul, falling back a little bit. And 1 opportunity for Theo Bass.
Yeah, no sense in trying to take that charge considering where he was. Let's just go ahead and give up the layup. Instead, Bass has been pretty solid from the free throw line.
Bass looking to finish the three-point play here. Coming on a little bit now. 5 or 6 here for 5 points here for Wyandotte. Theo Bass says, let's go. We must have watched the pregame.
A 3-2 zone look here. We'll see if they can find that soft spot.
Barnett to Hunter. Bad pass across the middle. Stared it down a little bit before he let it go. Schlagle. Struggling against the zone, hasn't been able to get the ball into the middle of the defense yet.
Yeah, and that's what they got to do, find the cutter, considering Wyandotte's in the 3-2. But they should be able to find somebody cutting towards the lane. Find that weak spot in the middle.
3 on the way, no good. Rourke clears the rebound. Up ahead to Dale, now 2 on 3, no numbers. Wisely pulls it out. Rourke Drop down to Tatum, who's got
all day.
position. Can't finish, though. Hunter, again, trying to dribble through traffic. Does get through into the front court. Dropped off. Nunley. Easy layup coming forward. Nunley. And Wyandotte now has extended this lead to 8-9. Check it, 9 at 2:59 here in the third quarter.
Wyandotte calls the timeout. Interesting.
Kill the run. This is David Brock's SHUKC's Game of the Week. We'll be right back. David Brock's back. Wyandotte High School alongside my partner now for 3 years at the broadcast table, Mr. Vernon Birmingham.
It's about time for a pay raise after 3 years.
We'll have to talk that over with management. There may be something in the works.
Who runs this show?
Maybe 20, 30% raise for you. Barnett into the front court turnover. Just can't catch the ball right now.
Yeah, actually take my pay raise and give it to Mark Snyder and Mr. Murphy. That's the type of team player I am.
20% of nothing is nothing. So Bass moves into the front court. Kendall Dale. A lot of people here donating time for SHUKC, for KCK, as Dale lines up a three. It's going to be Tatum.
Nice move.
A lot of contact, no call though. Nunley clears. Dale turns down the three this time, gets in the lane.
And
count it. He looked like he might have thrown that arm forward for a charge. Kind of sandbagged a little bit. Kendall Dale hurt on the play.
Nice take. After missing the first three-pointer, thought he would jack it back up, but showed a little ball fake and went hard to the basket. Was able to make the layup and one opportunity. More importantly, take the lead to 11. Getting, still a lot of ball game, but certainly starting to get to danger time.
Danger time considering they had an 8-point lead in this ball game too. Now find themselves staring at an 11-point deficit. Dale's free throw makes it 12.
7 points for Mr. Dale.
Nice pull-up floater by McCullough. Love the fact he stopped.
That's the one thing I like about McCullough. He picks his opportunities.
Tatum the other way, back up and good. Robert Tatum.
McCullough picks his opportunities to go all the way to the rack or pull up. So, smart when he does get in there.
Dribbles into the lane. Connor back up, good. The freshman with a bucket. Going back and forth now, Theo Bass comes into the front court. Good cross in the middle. Gets the foul, can't finish, but he'll go back to the free throw line. Theo Bass with a strong third quarter.
Nice move there by Bass. Little right-left crossover.
Bass is along with Tatum here in this third quarter. Tatum knocked them free throws down. You'd be sitting over 20 as Bass misses a free throw. Marcus Henderson checks in for Schlagle, comes in for Brooks. Second on the way from Bass is good. Then Wyandotte runs out of the pressure. McCullough looking to get back before they set up that defense. Again,
nice
good
pass.
Bass finishes underneath. Deontay Nunley with the assist.
Little nice touch by Nunley.
McCullough coming to the ball nicely. Pull-up jump shot is good. Getting up and down here a little bit. As Kennedy comes into the front court for Wyandotte. Dale.
19 points by McCullough in this ball game. So we know he's one of the scorers.
Henderson's going to get called for the foul.
But like I said earlier, if you're Wyandotte right now, other than fast break opportunities, you should be looking to get the ball down low to Tatum.
Be one of the few times Tatum plays against a team with that smaller player, but here comes Deion Wilson now to try and body up with Tatum. Nunley triggers to Dell. Bass out front now, patient as we move under a minute here in the third quarter. Zone look from Schlagle.
It's one of the opportunities. Surprise Wyandotte. He's not sitting back with it.
Dell a pull three, no good.
Big strong rebound by Wilson.
Textbook box out, rebound by Deion Wilson. Another foul. Not as many fouls here in the third quarter as it was. No one in the bonus just yet. As Hunter comes into the front court. McCullough drops it down to Wilson. Into the lane, able to get it up to the rim.
Yeah, I could tell when the ball was going in the paint, Wilson was going to be determined to try to see if he can make something happen down there. He was able to draw a foul and get to the free throw line.
2 free throws. Wilson struggled so far at the free throw line, had a couple opportunities in the first half. First is no good.
Gotta be able to hit free throws in this game. I think, man, you can go out there right now and at least go shoot 10 apiece, go 18 for 20.
I don't know who you gonna miss both of them.
I was thinking you were.
Wilson's second free throw. We got a rainbow of shoe colors out here tonight for both teams. Kennedy, Hunter looking to take the charge.
That's easily a block. You can't slide over. He kind of slid his body over it. You see it on the replay on this TV.
Kennedy will go to the free throw line for 2. Rocking the gray, blue, and pink Nike swoosh. That's probably why he missed them free throws, is that pink swoosh he's got on those shoes. I always blame the shoes. Kennedy's second opportunity. An unorthodox look there with his feet. Misses them both up ahead. McCullough into the lane. No call. It's a lot of contact for no call.
A lot of contact. Like the aggressiveness from McCullough, though. Saw the defender on his heels, went right at him.
See number 20. Haven't seen him so far tonight.
Sheldon Hunter, another freshman for the Stallions.
Wilson up strong, can't finish. Looks like we'll stay here. Got Tatum on a call.
Yeah, again, that's a good job by Wilson being first jumper. So by him missing a shot, going right back up, he was able to get Tatum on his back.
You see those fundamentals from Wilson, catching the ball first. McCullough looked like he might be hurt over there on the sideline. Trainer's working on him in the front. That'd be a huge loss for Schlagle if he not able to come back in.
Seeing Marquise Hall for the first time for the Bulldogs, 6'4".
Nunley pushing the other way. 3-on-2,
Nice
good
pass.
pass to Kennedy. He blows the bunny. Up front, Wilson looking to come the other way. 1 second, shot up. No good, and we're at the end of the third quarter. As we see Mr. McCullough hurting. And that right, looks like his right hand. This is David Brox. We'll be right back. SHUKC's Game of the Week. David Brox back at Wyandotte High School. Our title sponsor tonight is Gorilla Exteriors Contracting. Crossover, get your game brain on. LGF Electronics, Louis Fasani, Harper's Helpers. Our mission is to improve the emotional, physical, and spiritual wellness of our clients by providing unsurpassed care. Give them a call today, Harper's Helpers, 2014 KBL versus KCAL All-Star game coming up April 18th at KCK Community College. We'll pull seniors from the KCAL versus seniors from the KBL. We'll see maybe a few players from this team. We will not be able to have a player from Wyandotte this year, as this team is filled with sophomores and juniors. No seniors on the roster for Wyandotte.
No, big third quarter, though, for Wyandotte. A little push in the back. So we're going to see some free throws. A big third quarter there for the Bulldogs. You know, seen Bass, who had a quiet 6 points in the first half, come out with 8 there in the third quarter. Tatum continued to do work. You know, the big three, Nunley, Bass, and Tatum, 43 of the 56 points for the Bulldogs. Tatum leading the way with 18, Bass 14, Nunley, you know, even though he only has 11, he's dropped some nice dimes in the process.
Got to have these free throws, and again, a miss. Offensive board. The freshman come in and get an offensive board, but gets it knocked away. I think we'll stay with Schlagle. Sheldon Hunter on the offensive board. Coach Leslie playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of experience on this team. And a lot of contact as the ball flies out of bounds. No call.
No pass that really wasn't there, trying to force something that wasn't there, and it becomes another turnover. I think Coach Mo was telling me at halftime the Stallions had 14, 15 turnovers, and we talked about pregame. I kind of feel like a genius. I mean, not sometimes, all the time, but I said that was going to be one of the keys was the turnovers.
Now you're getting a little out of line, Mr. Vernon. There's only one genius in the broadcast team. It's a turnover by Wyandotte. Didn't quite see what happened there.
3 seconds. Haven't seen that call in a while.
It's McCullough still on the sideline. Has some tape on their wrist. Still watching as Nunley pushes the Bass down low. Turnover. Connor able to get to the glass and get 2 shots here. Schlagle is going to have to hit some free throws if they're going to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter.
You know, not only hit the free throws, but see after the free throws, they're going to be willing to try to force some turnovers by the Bulldogs themselves. See, they're going to try to go into any type of pressure defense, and they're going to be content, continue to try to see what they can do on the half court.
First free throw, very good. Like to see that Chris Connor knocking down the free throws.
McCullough still on the sideline. He's leading the Stallions with 19 points, so see if he's able to re-enter. Been one of the scorers for the Stallions.
Barnett also not in the game right now. 2 leading senior guards for Schlagle. Nunley turns down the jump shot, pulls up in the lane, no good. Wilson again with a rebound and pushing the other way. All the way in the lane, drops it underneath, up and good. Good pass there by Deion Wilson. Tatum kicks back out to Rourke. Nunley out top, working against the freshman. You got to be able to break this down. Bass. Man-to-man defense here by Schlagle.
Like Wyandotte going to be content, just continue to pull it out.
A couple of freshmen now trying to shut down these talented guards. Kick back out. Kendall Dell wisely pulls back out to run a little bit more clock. Into the lane. Fakes outside. Up and good. Comes out of there limping.
Reach. Free throws. That's an easy call, Mr. Nunley. Kind of asking what happened. You can't reach and grab his wrist and expect it not to be called. No reason to reach in there in that situation.
Sanders will go back to the free throw line. Hunter will check back in as well as Barnett. We haven't seen for a while. I don't know if Barnett's got fouls or what the deal was. Did not see him for a lot of that third quarter when Wyandotte was making that run. And McCullough at the desk now looking to check back in. Free throw is going to be no good. Rourke claims the rebound for Wyandotte, looking to push the other way. Bump out front, claim, Tatum. Push off. They will get the offensive foul at that time.
Foul, did kind of lower his shoulder a little bit. Good job by Wilson. Standing there to...
Tatum fouls out there with 5:48 remaining in the game. You know, Kirby had 3 fouls in the first quarter and was still in the ball game, so chose to go ahead and play Tatum.
Yeah, we don't have any rules over there. We're just going to keep going.
Hunter now with Barnett. McCullough turns it over. 2-on-1 coming the other way. Nunley, good pass to Theo Bass.
Another dime by Mr. Nunley. Following another turnover by the Stallions.
Got to use that left hand to finish. Coming back the other way is Rourke. Hunter bumps out front. Foul.
Now Wyandotte will try to bust this game open. Try to run the Stallions out the gym. Look like I might be having to wear some Bulldog apparel sometime soon.
Moses dropping some dirty looks down here as he sees Mr. Birmingham wearing red. What do you think about Nunley so far? Willing to share the ball, not so much looking for points.
Yeah, he doesn't force anything. That's what I like about Nunley. You know, doesn't force a thing. Takes shots when they're there. You know, he's very smart out there with the basketball. Makes good decisions.
11 points so far for Nunley. We're not tracking assists here, but you got to assume he's got a few
7
of them.
or 8, I would guess. That's being the genius that I am, I'm probably pretty close to being right.
Wilson has been on the glass for the Schlagle Stallions, clearing now as Barnett comes back into the front court. Wilson will pull 3. Long offensive rebound by Schlagle. Another offensive foul.
Nowhere really go there with that.
Sexton Kirby taking one for the team. $11-point ball game. Wyandotte looking for the kill shot here at home.
They're going to be content with just playing it out front, going by and finding the next man to reset it, or going all the way to the basket when you see the opportunity is there.
Free throws coming for Nunley. Nunley, a fantastic game here. Been on the glass a little bit too. He knocks down the free throw for his 12th point. All-around player. Off on the second free. Deion Wilson again. Strong rebound by Wilson. Good pass by McCullough underneath. Rourke with the block, but he'll go to the free throw line. Number 12.
Yeah, it's a good look there by McCullough. Not only good look, but good lead. You know, actually led him going towards the basket. So, you know, I like McCullough's game as well. You know, sometimes you can get a little streaky, but overall, you know, he recognizes situations, does a good job of, you know, deciding if he's going to pull up, go to the basket.
Obvious righty, though, has been real good with his left hand. That pass there, one-handed with the left hand. Finished at the rim with the left as well.
Yeah, you want to be able to have that in your game. Being able to efficiently, did I mess that word up? Efficiently use both hands.
Schlagle back to 10 now as they set up some pressure. Might have been off of Nunley's leg.
I see more complaining from the players in this game, and it's actually kind of amusing. Nunley has that little Kool-Aid man smile going.
Barnett cross court now. Opportunity now for Schlagle to get this into single digits. 3 on the way. Big shot, no good. Nunley claims a rebound.
Yeah, that could have been huge for the Stallions.
Nunley, pull up, no good. Rebound, Barnett. Pushing the other way. Need a shot here. McCullough for three. Good.
Big shot. McCullough.
Quick timeout by Coach Leslie.
22 points, pacing the Stallions. But that's the thing, yes, 22 of the 54.
All right, this is David Brox. We'll be right back. Gorilla Exteriors is a professional services contractor. They are the only contender when it comes to roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and garage door installation or repair, whether it's from normal wear and tear or storm-related damage. Call Gorilla Exteriors today for an experienced professionals that will complete your project affordably, on time, and at the highest quality and cleanliness. Your property will look better than it did before the damage occurred. Call, text, or email Sean at 913-706-7157 or Sean@GorillaExteriors.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, 913-706-7157. Pressure being set up as we are back. Fourth quarter action, 4:20. Schlagle looking to get this game sped up. And some turnovers. Bass turns, heads to the basket. Pull up, three.
Probably not the shot you want.
Barnett.
He's going to find a spot on the bench right away.
Barnett. McCullough will pull another three. No good, but an offensive rebound claim by the Schlagle Stallions. Barnett now a reset. Wilson will pull three. Good.
Wilson. Mr. Wilson.
Coach Leslie using those timeouts now. We'll stay here. Talk about the strategy of why you call a timeout there on a make.
Just, again, try to get your defense set up now that you cut this lead to 4, but a bad shot selection by Mr. Kirby.
Only
there,
one.
a three-pointer that he did not need ended up being an air ball and turned into another three-pointer.
Only one timeout now remaining for the Schlagle Stallions. Choosing to set up the defense out of a timeout. Maybe look to add a wrinkle to that as well.
Yeah, Coach Leslie going to try to set up something here.
This game was just 10. Just like that, it's down to 4. McCullough sparking coming off the bench after getting hurt and sitting out a little bit. Deion Wilson, back-to-back threes for the Stallions.
I think our referee over here looking for some overtime, some free basketball. Still got a lot to go in this ball game. 3:51 is going to be an eternity. But here's that press.
They might run out of players. Dale gets it in to Nunley up ahead. You see with a JV player stepping in now, taking the place of Kirby. Nunley, good pass underneath, up and good.
Our man, Mr. Bradley.
Getting up and down now, can't finish. Bradley again. I like Bradley. Steal by Schlagle. McCullough up ahead, 2-on-1. Drops it to Wilson. Good pass by Barnett. And we're going back and forth now. Here we go. Bass. Check that player, number 25. Dante Walters. Junior coming in as Wyandotte tries to slow it down.
Came in and handled the pressure pretty decently in this ball game. Good decisions with the basketball.
Nunley out top, trying to work some clock. Right up against that half-court line, but they'll call a foul out top, hands. Might have a free throw shooting contest here.
See if Nunley can knock him down. Been pretty consistently taking care of him in this ball game.
Coach Mo coming over to size up Vernon's shirt size.
I don't know. He's starting to get worried a little bit.
First free throw is short. Opportunity now. Schlagle with a lot of confidence here.
Couple big three makes.
Second one is long. Rebound, McCullough coming the other way.
Nunley missing both of them.
Barnett drops it to McCullough. Pull three. Short. Barnett with a big rebound. Tried to go up with the left hand, can't finish. We'll stay with Schlagle.
Missed opportunity there, though, by Barnett. He could have put that back in pretty easily. I could have cut it to two.
Wilson a trigger. Out top, McCullough. Barnett's there for three. On the way, well short. Air ball caught underneath. Number 32, Dominique Sanders, the freshman, with a huge play to drop it down to one. And again, Wyandotte stop and attack. Looking to run clock. Bass all the way to the basket. Up, block, and one for Theo Bass.
Again, you can't slide under him. We've seen a few Stallions do that in this ball game, try to slide under. Got to stay stationary. Bass.
Huge second half for Theo Bass. Tatum, again, the leading scorer, is fouled out, but I think Bass might have caught him here.
Yeah. Bass sitting at 18 himself now. Opportunity to get to 19.
Free throw, short. The rebounding. Bradley claims timeout. Wyandotte, Deontay Nunley. Coach on the floor calls the timeout for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs had the possession, though. So even on the tie-up, they would have got it, but Nunley calls the timeout.
So both teams now with one timeout remaining here in the fourth quarter. This is David Brox. We'll be right back. David Brox back, SHUKC game of the week. Wyandotte now, huge possession here, up 4. Nunley working against McCullough.
They're going to play.
Bass.
They're not even going to look for a shot here. They're going to try to run out this last 2 minutes.
Long time to try and run out.
Only thing they're looking for is layups.
Good pass underneath. Can't finish. Rebound. Arrow will stay with Wyandotte. Wilson getting on the glass, tying up Theo Bass.
So Nunley calling that timeout.
Saved the possession. Clock running a little bit. Peyton, let Coach Leslie talking about the clock running a little bit longer.
No, I think he thought that the last jump ball went to Wyandotte.
Coach Draper will call his final timeout. Helter-skelter there with 1:32 remaining.
So we're just talking about that timeout Nunley called earlier that saved the jump ball, and then coming back to benefit him, them here on this last jump, when they was able to still hold possession.
We appreciate the administration here at Wyandotte. AD Rufus Black, Principal Mary Stewart for their support and getting set up here tonight in the pit.
Yeah,
our first trip here to Wyandotte.
She's the principal, but she's a Stallion by blood, Stallion by heart. She's our assistant principal. We were there. She's just kind of putting on a front here for the Bulldogs, continue to wear all this red, but she told me pregame where her heart truly lies. She's going to kill me when she hears that tomorrow.
Send all emails to Vernon Birmingham on that point.
Yep, Vernon Birmingham at hotmail.com.
Kendall Dale will trigger it in. Schlagle pressuring in the backcourt is Barnett against Nunley, who again, they're going to work the clock here.
That's a good job there by Bass getting to the middle.
Touch the line, turnover. It's a little bit of patience there by Schlagle, not fouling right away, but making Wyandotte work and move the ball. Causes the turnover, and we got a 4-point ball game here, Vernon.
Yeah, you know, where Bass made a mistake there, you know, he gets the pressure like that. You want to stay off the sideline. That zone one that's going to stay in.
We do have a player in the middle there. Sanders sitting in the middle of the zone as Barnett dropped underneath, blocked. Wilson back up, can't finish. Barnett can't finish at the rim.
3 opportunities there.
Deontay Nunley. I think they might be saying somebody called a timeout that they, I don't believe, have. That's going to be a technical, I think.
So officials are going to discuss it. You know, 3 opportunities there for the Stallions down in the paint for a layup. They think that somebody might did a Chris Webber that called a timeout they didn't have. So we'll see what the officials talk about here. Mark Quant, Jeff Dandy, and Joe Oldrich.
We saw a timeout, and he pointed over to the bench, I thought. Or maybe just signaling who did it. But Wyandotte, Schlagle does have 1. Wyandotte has 0. And McCullough will be at the line for 2 free throws and the ball.
And the ball. So these are huge for McCullough. So it looks like they said Nunley might have called the timeout.
Huge free throws here for McCullough, who knocked down 2 free throws on the technical in the first half, knocks down the first.
That was money.
Got his right hand taped up there, is still able to knock that free throw down.
You know what is good when you hear that chain sound when it goes through the net.
Huge free throws. The crowd gets into it a little bit. Good. 2-point ball game. Huge. Error. We're calling a timeout. We see the 2 senior guards out top. Barnett will handle out top. We're under a minute. Here, 2-point ball game.
Thumbs up. We're
McCullough working the baseline, nothing there.
You know, considering you're in a double bonus, try to see if you can go towards the basket, get to the free throw line.
You got 2 players that can work off the dribble.
Yeah, don't rely on the jump shot right here. Don't settle for it.
McCullough coming baseline. Nothing there. Pass. Barnett in the lane. At the rim. Foul. Block. Bradley tried to step in front and take a charge.
Yeah, good job by Barnett going to the basket hard. Good call there by Oldrich with the block call. Again, another defender trying to slide under him.
The parent might be his mom that jumped out there. Let's go through our credits. Producer, director, Mark Snyder. Graphics, Dennis Murphy on the scoreboard tonight. We appreciate him. And our cameraman bringing you all these fine angles here at Wyandotte. Louis Fasani, Luciano, technical director at This TV. Karen King, program director. I am your executive producer, Mr. David Brox. And on the call here with me,
not on there, but I'm
incomparable Mr. One Take.
I'm super executive producer, kind of like Dr. Dre style.
2 free throws now coming here for Barnett with 19.5, looking to tie this ball game up. Gotta have these as a senior.
First trip to the line.
First is up and perfect. As the crowd now sensing
Coach Mo don't have that same smile and confidence he had on himself earlier.
They over there shaking their head a little bit as Barnett now, second free throw. Up and good. Tie ball game. Schlagle with a little pressure. Do not want to foul, and they're trying to deny Nunley.
If you're Wyandotte, you have to go towards the basket.
Dale all the way to the rim. Shot up on the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, back up, no good. Wilson clears. Foul on Nunley.
You know what? I'm sorry. You cannot call that foul right there and not call the fouls that was going on down there. No, if you're going to let that go down there, letting them, letting the players decide the game when they went to the basket, you cannot call that foul right there. That didn't impede him doing anything.
I thought it was a clear block. I mean, he was trying to make a move out, and he stopped his momentum. I mean, the foul that was called here, I thought he stopped his momentum. We're trying to turn around and go out of the basket. I mean, I'm not disputing that there might have been fouls underneath.
Right.
But he was trying to make a move out and got blocked.
Yeah, the first take to the basket there, Wilson kind of got him with the body. They didn't call that when they let the players try to decide this ball game. That far away from the basket, I think you got to let that go.
With that now, we got free throws again. We'll take a look at the crowd. Stunned as Wyandotte was up 10 points or more here in the fourth quarter after that big third quarter.
Yeah, at one point, I think they got up to 13 or 14 points. Big free throws there by the senior.
There are 4 seconds remaining in the game. No timeouts for Wyandotte, so nothing they can do there. And Deion Wilson, who has struggled from the free throw line. Yeah, neither team now with timeouts as Coach Leslie takes his last timeout. Probably to set his defense and make very clear that he doesn't want any fouls. Do you put anybody under the goal for rebounds here on these free throws if you're Schlagle?
I think it all depends on what happens after the first free throw.
I wouldn't put, it doesn't look like they're going to put anybody underneath there. Either he makes one or he doesn't. He's got 2 shots here. But Wilson has struggled from the line. 4.4 seconds is a lot of time for a player like Nunley or Bass.
Yeah, Wilson's hit 1 free throw out of numerous attempts.
Deion Wilson. Two opportunities to give Schlagle the lead. No good.
I was kind of joking earlier about this free basketball.
You might get what you want, get what you asked for here as Wilson has struggled. Opportunity. Good. Knocks it down now. A little bit of pressure. Don't want to foul as Nunley catches it with 3. Up ahead, underneath, up and good.
Wow.
Game winner, Wyandotte.
Wow.
Bradley. Nunley with a dime.
Wide open under the basket. What a finish here in the pit. Wide open.
Deontay Nunley, under 3 seconds, finds Bradley underneath the goal, wide open. Drops the dime to win the ball game at the buzzer. Wyandotte 67-66.
Rivalry game, so the record's out.
Great ball game here, SHUKC Game of the Week. We'll be right back with Coach Mo and B. Watson for the post game, and we'll see if we can get Coach Draper and a player from Wyandotte.
Crossover Intelligence is a service for coaches and athletes that allows you to upload your team's game film, have it broken down, and return to you in a format that lets you search, sort, and share all that information with your team and staff. Crossover will even automatically extract stats from the footage, giving you valuable analytics for your squad. We'll basically be your video coordinator. We aren't another one of those complex editing suites that makes you do all the work yourself. We do everything for you, so you can focus on actually coaching. All of your team's players get access to the site too, so they can view their tagged videos and use them as a learning tool, or make highlight reels for friends, family, and recruiters. Crossover Intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
Good evening, and we're back. A 67-66 victory at Wyandotte here in the Walter A. Schlagle Gymnasium at Wyandotte High School. I'm Coach Mo, and this is the post-game show for SHUKC's high school basketball game of the week on this TV. We're here with the winning coach, Coach Draper. How you doing this evening, Coach?
Doing fine.
Good. Coach, I got to ask this question. I've been wanting to know this. You are one of the most calmest coaches I have ever seen. How do you keep calm under all this going on? You keep calm. How do you do that?
Well, that comes from experience. I've been in battles like this before, so I know anything can happen, so I just keep my cool.
Good, that's good. Coach, just talk to us a little bit about the game tonight and a little bit about your team.
Well, Schlagle, we played them earlier, and it was an overtime win for us. And I told my guys, these guys that come here, they're not very big, but they're real scrappy. So they like to attack the basket. They like to go after rebounds. So I told our guys that you really have to play hard with these guys, because the minute you give up, they're right there on us. So that's what happened. We was up by 10, but them guys, they always fight. And of course, us playing Schlagle is a rivalry game, so you know anything can happen.
Right.
Coach, your bench came up big for you tonight.
Yes, they did. My younger guys, a couple of my sophomores, they've been practicing real hard, so I said I was going to give them a chance to play. So when my other guys had to step up, they got in foul trouble.
Right.
So I put my other guys in there, so they did what they had to do.
Coach, talk a little bit about Jalen Bradley. He made that last shot here off a pass by Nunley. Just talk a little bit about it.
Well, they called a timeout. Schlagle called a timeout. So I drew up a play. I wanted to get the ball in Nunley's hand. I know with him, the ball's in his hands, anything can happen. I had it set up for Theo to come across, but Jalen, he crept down on the block, and Deontay seen him. He had a layup, so that was good for us.
Good, so just like you drew it up.
Just like you.
Yes.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about this season. It's been a rough season for you. I think now you're about 5
and 9.
5 and 9.
Yes.
Just talk about how the season's been going.
Well, our guys are still young. We don't have no seniors. We got a bunch of juniors and a lot of sophomores. And I know that we don't have that much experience. So anything can happen. As you see, we had a 10-point lead. And guys, they just mental mistakes. And I told them, you guys, you don't have to force nothing. All you have to do is bring the ball back. But, you know, with a young team, things can happen. So I tell those guys, you got to keep working, keep doing what you have to do to prove yourself.
Coach, this is your third year here?
It's my third year.
In 3 years here, have you been a part of a game like this?
Yes, I have.
A few.
Matter of fact, last year was Schlagle.
This rivalry goes really back. These games have always provided a lot of entertainment and barn burners. Your next game, is it in Leavenworth?
Next game, we play Atchison.
Atchison?
Yes.
Okay, on the schedule, on the program, it said Leavenworth.
Yes,
I think that's
Atchison.
You play Atchison. You go there or come here?
We playing over there. Sure.
Okay, you go to Atchison. Atchison's doing pretty good in the league. I think overall they're 8-3.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Have you seen them before?
Yes, I've seen them play. They're real good. They're real disciplined. They got some shooters out there. They got the guys that move the ball, attack the basket. So it's going to be a tough game for us. So we got to really prepare ourselves with those guys.
Well, Coach.
Tonight, I felt the spirit of the Bulldog back in the house.
Yes,
I felt the energy from the crowd help that last play become successful. I saw your guys sneak down there, kind of crouch down like you said.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see him. So when he popped up and Deontay saw him, I'm like, where's he throwing it? Game time.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good pass. If Deontay, like you say, he's got good court sense. So I knew, like I said, I knew if the ball's in his hand, anything could happen.
Right.
And Jalen came up big because we missed a lot of layups. And just so happened he made that one in the last seconds of the game. So it was good.
It was good. Coach, before I let you go and we get to interviewing Nunley, I got a favor. I had a small agreement with Vernon Birmingham that if Wyandotte won the game, since he's from Schlagle, I'm a Wyandotte alumni, he's a Schlagle alumni. When Wyandotte won the game, he has to go on air with the Wyandotte Bulldog shirt. We can't find one big enough for him, so I didn't know if y'all have anything big enough for him.
We'll get him with something.
We'll get him with something?
Yeah, we'll get him something. We definitely get him something.
Okay. Coach Draper, thank you very much.
Thank
good
you
luck
very
for
much.
the rest of the season.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're here. Now we're going to get Deontay Nunley. Tay.
Spider
Great
eyes.
pass.
Spider
Great
eyes.
pass, man. Good win. Put the mic up just a little bit. All right. Tell me, was that a play? Coach said he drew that play up for you, for it to go to Jalen. Did you execute it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. I think you'll say that. But he said the play was get in your hands, and you got good court sense, you would make a good play. Man, great pass there. Talk to me a little bit about the game, man. First of all, I got to ask, you guys got 11-point lead, and then it goes all the way down. Talk to me about that.
Rushing shots. Coach was telling us they had 17 fouls. They had 17 fouls. He was telling us to just get to the basket.
Right.
But we were open, so we were just shooting a shot, and it wasn't falling. So they got some momentum. They came down, got a few buckets, and got back in the game.
Okay, now I got to ask you about a crucial moment in the game. I think it's about 55 seconds left. You're getting trapped down on the baseline. Did you call timeout?
No, I didn't call timeout.
You knew you didn't have any timeout.
Yeah, I knew we didn't have any timeout. So
right.
I mean, I wouldn't call a timeout. The ref said he heard somebody call timeout and he thought it was me. So
man, I thought you pulled a Chris Webber, man. I thought you pulled a Chris Webber, man. That was a turning point in the game. It really changed the game. It turned around.
Gave them momentum.
How did you guys stay focused?
I just told the guys, Theo told me just stay focused, just get back in the game. And I just told everybody just play smart and play together.
Man,
that's leadership.
This is the second time already that you've played Schlagle. Still got to go to their house and play. And both games have been thrillers like this. The first one went to overtime, right? This one is down to the wire, last second shot. Just talk about the rivalry. You've been a part of this for 3 years now and have some games just like. Talk about what this rivalry means.
It means a lot to the team and just beating Schlagle, because they always come to play us and we always ready to play them. So it means a lot to the players and to the coaches.
You guys are kind of evenly matched. The first half, there were a lot of turnovers. The second half weren't as many turnovers. Did you go in the locker room? What did the coach say to you in the locker room about the first half play you guys did?
Make plays, be strong with the ball. That's what he told us, just be strong. And the way the refs call the game, just be strong with the ball. We get fouls like that. So he just told us to be strong with the ball.
Good deal.
Now, before we go, got a few more questions. Got to ask you about some of your teammates. Talk to me about the makeup of this team, especially about Mumu.
Mumu? We need him because he creates a lot of mismatches because he can dribble, so he can be big man off the dribble. So he's a big addition to our team. When we didn't have him against Harmon, when we needed him, that's when we lost.
Okay, for those who don't know, Mumu is Robert Tatum. A very, very big second half. It's like you guys almost were conscious in the second half to get the ball down to him at the beginning. And plus his presence down there, he was really asking for it.
Right.
When he plays like that, it can help you guys. Talk about a few other guys. Lester Dale.
Kendall.
Kendall Dale, I'm sorry, Kendall.
He knocks down shots, you know what I'm saying? He plays great. He played good defense. He's smart. He's almost like a second coach out there for us, So he's a good addition to our team, too.
A lot of your younger players, sophomores, got some time tonight. JV players. How do they play against you in practice? Does that prepare them for this moment right here? 'Cause this is a big time moment right here. This can make a lot of kids go, shaky. Tell me about the practices y'all had.
Practice is wild. We fouling all over the court. We beating them up so they can get ready for games like this.
All right.
So they step up and they make plays like that.
And they made a big play for you tonight.
Tay, tell me, where does this rank in the memory so far of Wyandotte basketball for you?
Number one.
Number one.
Number one.
Number one. All right. Tay, there's 3 Bulldogs up here. And I had a bet this evening or an agreement with some Schlagle guys about once Wyandotte won, the Schlagle guy had to go on air wearing the Wyandotte shirt. He's a rather large guy, and we couldn't find anything for him to wear. Do you think you guys
he
could
left the
get
gym.
a towel? Oh, Vernon's gone?
He left the
He
gym.
left. He done booked out.
Just like a stallion, running.
All right. I'm Coach Mo. This is B. Watson, Deontay Nunley. We're here with SHUKC's high school basketball game of the week on this TV. Good evening.
Go Bulldogs.